Hey y'all, welcome back to Long Farms. Hopefully y'all had a great and more importantly a safe New Year's holiday. But I know here at the farm, I don't know from where you all live, but Saturday, of course, it was in the upper 70s. Sunday is windy and getting a little chilly, and then woke up this morning, had about 4 or 5 inches of snow on the ground. So that presents enough challenges in itself for, of course, for any livestock farmer, or any farmer that matter, but especially for livestock farmer. Of course, we just make sure gotta keep extra hay out for the cattle, make sure the calves got plenty of feed they can get to, and so forth. That way it more, of course, they got food to eat and more hay. It keeps them warm and keeps them happy. But I actually need to go cut down a tree that fell. But first, I wanted to come down here and check this water tank. His dad had checked it this morning, and of course it's not bad right now. But especially this wet snow, the wet snow can build up around these little plastic balls on the water tank here. And of course the mama cows and the bull, they're used to that. They just push around and get to the water. But the calves, of course, they hadn't been around snow before, so they're really not quite sure what to do with it. So especially for their little lot up here during snow, we'll check this multiple times a day and make sure that it stays clear, because just as feed and hay are important to cattle when it's cold weather, so is water. That's pretty important. I'll say that. And also, especially in cooler weather, not only with snow, of course, got the well house. We got a heat lamp and an old oil heater in here. You know, this little block building's insulated. We still like to make sure there's a decent amount of heat in here. That way, that the pipes don't less likely to freeze going after those waters. But since for now the cows got plenty of hay in both racks, check the feeder, calves have plenty of feed, check the water, and check the well house. Everything looks good. Now I gotta go get my saw, get it out and get it ready, and go cut a little cypress tree over here at my granddad's house. But like right now, of course, I know y'all seen I've got a decent sized beard. Yeah, maybe hot in the summertime, but in the wintertime it provides great wind barrier protection. Plus also any time of year, depending on which way the beard is moving, I can tell which way the wind's blowing. I don't know about you all, but I always like to go over my saw. No matter if I used it an hour ago or a month ago, I always like to. Ain't nothing worse than going and cutting a tree and run out of bar oil or fuel, and looks like I need to add a little bit of both. Fuel's good. Especially since it's one little tree, I ain't gonna take any extra with me, but I'll go ahead and fill it up now while I can. And even though it's not necessarily too cold yet, this bar oil is about as thick as a southern accent right now. So I believe we're good to go. Silly me. Check the chain. A little bit more. I don't know about your all's preference, but I don't know if y'all can see, but the drive length here, I like my chain to be about like that, where the tooth doesn't come up all the way up out of the bar, but it's not so tight that it won't move at all. So I believe we're set and ready to go cut some wood. Of course, as I was headed down the barn road, little head peeped out of that window right there. Hollered, "Daddy, where you going?" So I had to check with the boss lady, let her know where I was going. So I think her and Grandma are coming over here to watch me in the van where it's nice and warm. So we may have some company joining us today. Yeah, here's that one tree my dad was talking about. So it did break through Granddad's fence, broke through well, actually uprooted and all, so it's a little bit out in the road. I still need to go ahead and get it cut up and hauled out of here before a car comes by and clips it. But I think what I may do is just cut it up in little maybe 8-foot sections or so. That way I can bring the tractor over here piled up in his yard, and I can bring the tractor over here and haul it off. So let me get all my stuff set up here. But especially, of course, working with anything, but especially a chainsaw, I want to make sure, and that's my flaggers, Grandma and Gracie. But especially on a saw, of course, just hearing protection, eye protection, and I always just like to wear gloves. Another thing I'm having to watch out for is spring back, where of course that tree's under tension, so kind of in a dangerous spot, especially here at the road. So I'm trying to keep the saw in the tree, make sure the saw or the tree don't spring back and hit me. Plus watch out for these crazy idiots up and down the road that half the time you'll be standing in the middle of the road and they'll run right over you and not even think about it. I don't know what it is about this road, but I got, of course, a tree laying by the road. Got my mom up there with her flashers and stuff on. I'm waving my hands. That cars still drive by me like I'm just nobody. I got the worst of it cut up and at least out of the way of the road. I got it piled up here. Of course, I'll get the rest of that tomorrow or another day, because I don't know if y'all seen, but these idiot drivers, they'll fly by you like you're sitting still in the middle of the day. I sure don't want to be out here any later than I have to, but try and get the John Deere and at least get this picked up and out of the way and hauled off to the burn pile. But I want to say especially a big thank you to my mom and Gracie, because they kept the traffic off of me, and that was very appreciative. Well, I was going to go over and of course get that out of the way of Granddad's driveway, even though it's out of it and out of the road. But Dad said since it's getting pretty dark, and of course he wasn't at home, and of course something was to happen, it'd just be Mom and Gracie here to help. So he said we'll just wait. Plus, of course, with it's nasty and muddy, we're going to try and wait until tomorrow, or at least get it out of the way and then haul it over and burn it. But I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. But thanks for tuning in this evening. I know it's something a little different. Me actually working, doing something. But thanks for tuning in. Depending on where y'all are at, hopefully y'all stay safe with this wintry cold weather, especially what we're having here in East Tennessee. But be safe, and as always, we'll see y'all next time.